What's good, chat, gang, everyone? People asked what the list was for this, and here we are. Argostars, Mitsurugi. I am back. My body is a machine that turns Habakiri into anything. So yeah, here we are. Argostars, Mitsurugi. I think this deck's really cool. This video is going to be me going over the list. It's going to be going over the two 1.5 card combos that start off with Habakiri and the combo that starts off with Adra. Both need a discard, but like it doesn't really matter. Next video will be the combo lines video on this deck, where I'll go through like playing around, playing into draw, playing through like whatever hand traps and such, and also just like what to do if you open hands of whatever, you know. But this video will be focused on the deck and the very basic combos. Now, as you can see, here's the list. Um, We're playing a relatively smaller Argo package. Triple Adra, the one path, triple giant slaying for the monsters, and then literally 1-1-1-1 for the traps and stadium. Um, Adra obviously the best card in the deck. She's crazy. Preventing the responses to continuous traps is nuts, and then also just turning on your engine by herself is really good. Path is fine. She might come up. She kind of comes up as like oh, it's nice to reset the traps and get a bit of extra burn. The attack buff like comes up occasionally. She's fine. She's fine. Giant Slaying is really good. Giant Slaying is crazy. I mean, obviously it's 3 more copies of Adra, but also the ability to bounce back an Arion that's kind of left on your board to turn 3, or on your opponent's turn, you flip it to search Adra, normal Adra immediately, and then make your traps unrespondable on your opponent's turn. It's actually a really crazy effect that lets you have uninterrupted or unrespondable interruptions. Home Stadium is the one of because it's nice. It's not your win condition, so you don't need to play more than one copy of it. But being able to add back cards every time and being able to just like have a win con there with the burn damage is really good. And then the negates come up. It's kind of annoying that's on a new chain, but they still come up. Like especially if you see your opponent like activate I don't know like Snake Eye Poplar. Not that anyone's doing that right now, but let me think of something relevant. They activate like Snatchy effect, not Snatchy because that's gonna tag out. You get what I'm saying, right? They activate you know Murakumo to summon back, and you chain a trap card on the field, and so you then move the trap back. Murakumo summons back, and then if they're turn player, they'll be chaining one Murakumo to board wipe, and you can be chaining two home stadium to target the Murakumo and negate it. So there are cool interactions where it comes up, and the once per chain as opposed to once per turn on the negate is really nice. And then 1-1-1 on the traps. You don't need more than that because you get them off Adra, they recycle themselves as Arion, and they're just bricks. So you don't really want to see them. So they're just one-offs. Mitsu cards, really basic Mitsu package. Like there's nothing out of the ordinary here. Triple Habakiri, 1-1. You could play two Murakumo if you wanted to. I'm not. I'm playing Magatama because I think it's really good, and because we're playing a slightly more pure version. More pure. We're playing like a we're not playing like Ryze or whatever. So I think Magatama is really nice, and we're playing Futsu, so I like playing them together. Mirror is mandatory for pre-prep. Triple prayers because prayers are broken. Double ritual because we're playing Mitsurugi as like a primary engine, so two rituals good, and then 2-1-1 on the fours because that's just the ratio that I like running. And we got the Night Sword here as well, but we'll go over him in a minute. And then triple pre-prep for Mitsu cards still because pre-prep is just the best card in, not the best card in the deck, but probably the best card in the Mitsu package if you don't get trolled. So yeah, and then we are on non-engine. This list is 49 cards because I wanted to have non-engine. 49 is like whatever number you can do whatever. But we got 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Fua, 3 Bell. Um, 1-1-1-1 of your power spells because I've decided, hey, if I'm playing 50 cards, I may as well just play cross out. If I'm playing a bunch of hand traps, I'll just play cross out, and it's essentially just called by the grave too. Um, cross out's nuts. So is cool by the grave. Uh, yeah, like I don't even need to go. I don't even need to go over these. Like talents is talents. Prosperity because we never drawing and our extra deck is like mid, so we can just like prosper for our one cards. And then you've got our one of like Garnet. You got Night Sword for ritual. You've got Azarun for Silohat. And you've got this Azarun, by the way, can be it could be Azarun, it can be a statue of anguish pattern, or it could be the Apophis of the Swamp Deity. I prefer Azarun because I think it does the most, being a summon, like a normal summon negate. I think that's really powerful. And on top of that, it's a level 4, which means you can use it as XYZ material. And on top of that, its effect to like negate the summon, it sends one continuous trap in your monster zone, meaning that you can send an Argostars name that's in your monster zone, and then on your turn you add back the name with Home Stadium, or you reset the name with Arion, so you actually can like repeatedly use Azarun every single turn, just to really lock your opponent out of normal summonings if you want to. And then Firestarter's here because that's our search target of Code Igniter for Ashlan. And speaking of Code Igniter, here's the extra deck. We got double Arion because she's really good. You need to play two though. If you're ever gonna put one on top as one material, you need the second one to reset stuff. But you can bounce her back with Giant Slaying, so it's not like you don't need three. Code Igniter because he enables searching Habakiri. One Cowboy because yes, we're not in time anymore, like we don't have old time rules, but you do actually like burn a lot. And Cowboy is a warrior, so you do get the protections off of Capane and Etio and Taidu. So you can actually just have a Cowboy sit there in defense on like 2900 defense that can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to burn you for 8, and then I'm going to burn you a bunch with the traps, and then I'm going to burn you for 8 again. And also, because of the attack boost and like the battle protection, the card effect protection, his attack position effect is like low-key kind of relevant, because crazy attack position Cowboy, by the way, it gains a 1000 attack, and the opponent's monster loses 500 during damage step. So if you use this, essentially Cowboy goes up to 25 and the opponent drops by 5. But if you have the 500 boost off Taidu, Cowboy's a 3k that is going to hit over stuff that is like it hits over Murakumo, for example. Murakumo, if you battle it with a boosted Cowboy, Cowboy will be on 3k, and Murakumo drops down to 27. So you actually hit over Murakumo by battle, and being able to hit over those like 3k beaters is actually a nice threshold to hit. Um, and it's just kind of nice. It means you don't have to trade your Murakumo into like opposing Murakumos. You can just like out it with Cowboy, which is really weird to say, but attack position Cowboy can come up, and 1600 burn is still good. Baguska is just like one of the best cards in the game. Typhon is Typhon. I promise you this card is good. You just haven't seen the correct uses of it if you think it's bad. But also, like, we're playing trap cards. We can just be like, okay, I'm gonna slap Typhon on top. I still have my trap monsters. Like, I'm just gonna do stuff on your turn. Like, who cares? Like, prayers on your turn. You just play so much on the opponent's turn that Typhon is just really good. Um, and the Murakumo, like, turning off your Murakumo doesn't matter. IPSP, IPSP, like IP is really good. Puts your traps in the graveyard when you link them off. And then it's just you get to make SP with it. SP is a warrior, by the way, so you can have a protected SP. If that comes up, you can have an SP that is protected by card effect and by battle. So your opponent can't just go to battle phase and run over SP, which is funny, right? Um, then double Dynamondo. This card is broken. We all know Dynamondo is good. Ashlan, because Ashlan searches Habakiri. Yippee! They banned King of the Feralymphs, but we just have King of the Feralymphs too. You just need to make another body first. Yahoo! um, and then Silhouette Rabbit as like you set the third trap from deck, or you set Azarun. But also just like it's back row pop again, it can't be destroyed battle. And it's got back row destruction or every time you summon up. Which obviously it's Argostars, right? So you're doing that a lot, so you're gonna get like a back row pop every turn. And then Lizardos because I get attack reduction, attack manipulation is nice, and you're getting the draw off of Lizardos if you banish a Mitsurugi name, which is also good. Um, and then you've got Gorgon of Zilphonia. Not a lot of people are like kind of on this card, but I think it's kind of cool. Unironically, I think this card is like the easiest Liger out ever. If you're struggling in the Lunalight matchup for in whatever deck, if you just play IP Gorgon, you just make this and you stick it in front of a Liger Dancer. If it's made with IP, your opponent, the Lunalight player, like kind of just struggles, right? Because it's like, oh, it's 100 bigger than Liger, and I can't destroy my card. I can't destroy card effects because the Liger, because of the IP made with it. And so it's like, okay, you just guarantee hit over the Liger. I think it's really nice. And the statue is here because I'm siding Malatronos because my local saddle has a lot of yummy, but this could be whatever. I think Malatronos is really good, and just turning off a Snatchy like is really crazy, but this could be whatever. Side deck is very locals dependent. Nib is crazy. Retaliating Sea for Draco Tail, also went up against Runic Stun when I played this at locals, and it came up against that. Lancia because Mallet is still a real deck. Metatronus for Yummy, and evenly matched because I do respect back row. And if you can, like, if you want to play like Metatronus Herald of Arclight or something, you just turn off Herald of Arclight into a Yummy and be like, okay, I'm going to evenly you now. Bye bye. Um, and that's the list. That's how it is. I think it's really cool. I really like this list. I really like this list. I've been having a lot of fun with it playing it. And let's get on to the 1.5 carders. So combo number one. This is Adra and a discard. Um, I'm using full loss here. It can be any card. Doesn't really matter. Important thing is you start with Adra. So there we go. Normal Adra. Adra effect on normal to prevent responses to continuous traps, and then Adra second effect afterwards to banish it and place two. Next up, you're going to go Taidu effect. Here's where your discard comes in. You have to discard the Full Loss, add Giant Slaying. Um, then you're going to Campaign to summon itself out. So you're going to gain 500 life points. Then you're going to Giant Slaying for Path, and because you have the trap cards up, you get to immediately normal summon Path out. This could be Adra. It's just nice to get Path in rotation if you want. You're going to get your two traps. You're going to overlay them for Code Igniter. This guy is like crazy that these exists, right? They banned King of the Feral Imps and then printed, but like they have Igniter and Ashland, so like it's essentially just the same thing. You just need an extra body in any rank 4 deck, so long as you're not locked. I guess Ashland being a link 2 means that like if you're locked into Xyz, Ryzeal, you can't search Habakiri off of that. But any deck that wants to search Habakiri that was already doing so through King of the Feral Imps can basically already do it. So you take Igniter, you add your Cyburst Ritual Monster. We're playing Firestarter, as I mentioned. You then link these two off for Ashlan. Ashlan reveals a Firestarter, and what do you know? We grab Habakiri! And then we go through Mitsu combo. Habakiri for Saji for Ritual. Ritual for Night Sword Serpent for Kusanagi for Habakiri. Blah, blah, blah. Stop me if you've seen this one before. Um, Gosh, gang. Like, this Mitsurugi is so, like, sick. I know you might not think so, but I really like it. You go ritual from deck, tribute the Habakiri. Habakiri summons itself back, searches the prayers. Grab your prayers. You've already normal summoned. You just need to make a rank 4 here. You're gonna activate the prayers, tribute the Murakumo. The Murakumo's prayers is gonna grab. This could be any Mitsu name. I'm just searching Futsu here because, but it could be it could be Aramasa, which is like a nice draw. It's a normal summon next turn if you really need to. Again, this Murakumo can be Futsu instead. It really depends on what you're against. If you think your opponent's going to summon a bunch on your turn, then actually Futsu might be better. But it doesn't really matter. If you search, like, if you have Mirror in hand, for example, you can search the Futsu and just like Mirror Ritual it out, something like that. But it's nice to play under Murakumo protection. Murakumo is going to search your follow-up prayers, and then you're going to overlay these two for Arion. Then you are going to use Arion effect on summon, grab your home stadium. Don't forget to take your 800 damage off of prayers, by the way, earlier. You're going to Silahat, place ETO. This ETO, again, can be Azarun. Silahat can place whichever one you need in that matchup. And then you're going to activate the home stadium. Home stadium, add back the path by paying 1,000 life points. And then in your opponent's standby phase, Arion's going to detach 2, and it's going to replace the traps. And then bam, this is essentially your end board. Is that you're going to have all 3 traps, you're going to have prayers up, you're going to have path in hand, your Firestarter is there as your Taidu discard, you're going to have home stadium for burns and negates, you're going to have Silahat Rabbit for back row pop, and you're going to have Murakumo on the prayers for interaction there. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice off of just Adra. This is just Adra, by the way. You can have 4 other cards in hand, or 3 other cards because you need a discard, but you can have 3 other cards in hand. That's quite nice. That's quite nice, right? Right. Also, let me know in the comments, gang. Do you think Mitsurugi's cool? What are your thoughts on Mitsurugi? I know Argostars is like the peak. You probably clicked on this video for Argostars, but what do you think of Mitsurugi? Um, and also, am I speaking too fast? You can slow me down, it's okay. But I know people listen to stuff on fast speed anyway, so hopefully me speaking fast is actually it like balances out, and you're okay with it. You're okay with it. Just leave a comment. Fuck it. Like just leave a comment. Say hi. Like literally just say hello. Like I. Anyway, next combo. Next combo. This is Habakiri in a discard. This is Habakiri. You go Habakiri. Blah blah blah. Stop me if you've seen this one before. I know I said that last time. That's why I'm saying it again. Um, Habakiri for Saji for Ritual for Kusanagi for Night Sword for Bring Back Night Sword for Ritual for Murakumo for Prayers. blah 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 blah. You do Mitsurugi combo. Shout out Mitsurugi combo. Then you prayers. You search our again. This could be Futsu. I'm just searching Aramasa to be different on this one. Bring back the Murakumo. Murakumo searches your follow-up prayers. And there you go. Mitsurugi half done. And now, if you've noticed, we have two level 4s on board, and we have not normal summoned. That's crazy, right? We just gonna make Arion. Arion's gonna search Giant Slaying. Uh, and Giant Slaying is to activate. We're going to search Adra. We've not normal summoned. So, what do you know? Normal summon Adra. Adra effect, going to banish, going to prevent responses first, going to banish, going to place two. We're going to Taidu discard. We don't actually need the discard off of Habakiri in this combo because we have the Aramasa and we have the prayers. We can discard the Aramasa instead of this Fool Loss here. This is just like, I just wanted to like have a discard because we would rather keep the Aramasa than a random like Fool if we're going first. But you know, this if you have like four other hand traps that you want to keep, you can just discard the Aramasa. So technically, starting Habakiri is better, I guess. Um, but then yeah, you just activate the home stadium, move up the campaign. You're doing the home stadium first this time, so that you get the 500 burn for moving up the campaign. Doesn't really matter, but they could come up. Um, you link off these two traps for Sulahat because you want to guarantee have the traps in graveyard to reset off of Arion in your opponent's standby phase. You could like leave a trap on board and then link off the Habakiri instead, but Habakiri attack reduction effect is nice, I guess. Also, it's a ritual there for prayers. It's a reptile there for prayers. You're gonna home stadium add back the giant slaying here instead of the path like we did last time, because what you're gonna do is that in your opponent's standby, you new Arion reset. This giant slaying here, you can use this on the opponent's turn to add Adra, a second copy of Adra, and because you have the traps face up, you then immediately normal that Adra, and Adra can then activate its effect on normal summon to prevent responses to by continuous trap cards or effects. Um, which means you have an unrespondable bounce, you have an unrespondable like burn and unrespondable move backs. Like you can like force your opponent to like not do things. So say they have like some quick effects they want to use, you can kind of like force them to like stop them. It's very funny. You don't have any like trap trigger effects, but it's fun. It's fun. Like well, you do actually because you have EDO, right? So say your opponent has you know they have I don't know Kashtera or something. You can like EDO like move back, and then yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Or EDO move forward. Like it's cool. The unrespondable part can come up, and there's definitely plays and game states where having unrespondable interactions that you can just like make. You can just click and you can just do it. You can just do the unrespondable interaction, right? You don't have to do something with it. Like just moving back a trap or moving forward a trap to be unrespondable is like enough that there are some game states where that is like debilitating to your opponent, right? So your opponent might want to go like, okay, I'm gonna activate. I don't know. I can't think of something off the top of my head, but you get what I mean, right? Like it's just good. It's just good. It's just good. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. People were really wanting the list when I posted it on Twitter, so here we are. Like, here we go. Um, subscribe, do the subscriber, click the like button, thumbs up. Um, the next video will be the combo lines video on this list, and also leave a comment if you want to see Mitsurugi Exodia, because that's something I've played at locals and I did pretty good with at locals, funnily enough. I think I went 3-1 and I was against like Yummy Mitsurugi, Yummy Mitsurugi, uh, like it was against meta, like it was against meta. It was not just like against fucking, you know, like us Arctic Andes or whatever. No, no hate to us Arctic fans. I'm a big us Arctic fan, but you know, it was real games. But I have played that. I wasn't gonna make a video on it, or I was up in the air about it, but I can. So leave a comment if you want to see that. It's a Mitsurugi list again, of course, but it's Exodia, so it's funny. So leave a comment, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, which is in the description. I post all of my like locals there. You can and then if stuff does well on there, I'll make a video on it, etc., etc. So follow me on Twitter, subscribe here, give it a like, stay updated, post a comment, etc. You know the drill. You know the YouTube drill. Catch you around, gamers.